Hey guys, what's up? I've gotten a couple suggestions lately on things that people want to see, and a lot of you would like to see a brow tutorial. So that is what I'm doing for you today. As you can see, I already have my makeup done. The only thing I don't have done are my brows, so they don't have anything, any product in them. So we're going to do a step-by-step on how I do my brows and give you guys some suggestions, and maybe from that it will give you some extra tips and tricks on how to do your brows. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I use, which I use in all my tutorials, I use all the time, I always use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo, and mine is in chocolate, so it just looks like that. And then when you open it up, it has two different sides, and sometimes I use both, sometimes I don't. So I do that in the brow, and then towards the front part of the brow, I always use my Benefit Gimme Brow, and I use this in the shade 1. I think there's 3 shades, 3 or 4, I'm not positive, but I always use one, the lighter shade, just because at the front part of the brows, you want that to be more of a lighter color, and then it's almost kind of an ombre effect, so you want it to be lighter, and then towards the middle is going to be like this middle shade here, and then the ends you can use this darker shade. If you don't have time for all that, you can just do this lighter shade here, and then towards the beginning use the Gimme Brow. Okay, so pretty simple. I have a mirror right here so that I can kind of skip close, because with my camera here I'd have to get super close for me to be able to see. So I'll try to get this on camera as best as I can. Now you can see the mirror here. So first thing I'm gonna do is take this first shade here, and I'm just going to line underneath my brows. So literally just outline underneath. This brush I have here, I'm not sure where I got it. I want to say I got it at Walgreens or something like that, but it has the brush on one end and then the little spoolie on the other. That way you can brush through. So I would definitely suggest getting a brush like this. Just getting a brush that is an angled brush that's precise, that can get all angles of the brow.
So I'm just going to brush through, and then like I said, I'm going to take this shade here and go line underneath the brow. And then again towards the front, just try not to get too much product on your brush, and just use whatever you have left towards the front. So literally all I did was just line the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and line this side real quick.
Alright, so I have both sides lined, and just in case anybody is wondering, I do get a lot of questions on where I get my brows done, if I get them waxed, threaded, all that good stuff. I actually do them myself. I used to get them waxed. Now I just do them myself. I just, gosh, I don't know exactly what they're called. I wish I had them with me, but you can get them at Walgreens, Walmart. I think you can get them at Ulta too, and it's just a little tool. I think it's called like a brow razor is basically what it is, and it's a little razor, and all I do is just go underneath and just shape my brows with it, and even over top. It's super easy, really simple. I've never messed up with it. So if you feel like you are expert enough to use one of those and not mess up your brows, then definitely go for it, because it's the less expensive route. It's pretty easy, and then if I miss any, then I just go clean up with my tweezers. So also to groom them, I do have a small pair of scissors that I just cut my hair with. So now that we have underlined the brows, basically what that's gonna do is give you your shape. So now you know where you're going with your brows. Once you make this shape, it's not like you can't go any bigger, you can't draw outside that line. Like, pretend this is like a coloring book, right? And you're not gonna color outside these lines. All right, so that same shade we just took, I'm gonna take that again and basically just fill in the brow till I get to about right here. So This is the beginning of the brow. I'm gonna fill it in until about right here and leave this open.
Also, if you do get outside the lines a little bit, it's not a big deal because afterwards we're going to go ahead and clean that up with concealer, and that is what I always do, just so that my brows look a little sharper. That's just how I like them. If not, you can leave it the way it is. You don't have to go in with any concealer. And then usually up top here, I do draw a little outside the lines up top because we didn't go in and line the top part. Sometimes I do have to add a little extra towards the top. And then when you clean that up with your concealer, it'll look normal. So. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and fill in this side now.
Okay, so now that I have both sides filled in, I'm going to go ahead and take this darker shade and just put that on the outer parts of the brow. Alright, so there's the hard part, folks. It's over. That's it. That's all you gotta do. So then what we're gonna do is take the Benefit Gimme Brow, and all I'm gonna do is take this towards the front of my brows and start brushing upwards just to get a little color up front, but it's not gonna be as dark as the rest of the brow. And then I'm gonna take it a little bit over.
And these front pieces here, as you can see, I'm just brushing them up.
So that's it, that's all. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Alright, so that is literally how I do my brows. Now for the last step, I'm going to take my concealer and I'm just going to outline the brows just to crisp up the lines a little bit. If you got out of the lines anywhere, that's what this is gonna do, it's gonna clean it up. So I'm just taking my Tarte Shape Tape.
And then just a flat shader brush. And I'm just gonna go right underneath. Usually when I do my brows are the first thing that I do, just because whenever I outline them, I do go top and bottom. This isn't going to mess up my eyeshadow or anything like that, but since I did already powder, it could get a little weird, so that's why I usually always do my brows first. I'm going to go ahead and line the top anyway. And if you need to add extra or you need to kind of straighten something out, just take your brush and go right back in with it.
That's one brow done. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and line the other with concealer.
Towards the end, if I feel like I need a little more color towards the front of my brows, I'll just take whatever's left on here and brush up just like this.
Alright, that's it. Simple as that. That's how you do your brows. That's how I do my brows. So really quickly again, I'll go over everything with you guys. So like I said, the first thing that you want to do if you're using a powder, if you guys would like to see a video on how to do your brows with a pencil, let me know. I don't usually do it with a pencil. I do feel like powder is easier. Powder is easier for me, and I feel like it would be easier for anybody who's beginning. Basically, I think that powder is 500 times easier. Take your powder and whichever shade you want to go with. I always do the lighter one of the two, and I go and line the bottom part of the brow on both sides. That way you kind of get a shape. You have a shape going. So after that, you take that same shade and just fill in, and you want to fill in till you get to the front parts of the brow. Just fill it all in with that color. And then what I did after that was take the darker color and just put that towards the end of the brows, just so you get that kind of ombre effect. That's just what I like to do. You don't have to do that. You don't have to add in that step if you don't want. You can just go in with that first shade, shade it all in, and then make sure you're drawing your line up top too, and you can draw that however you want your brows. And then after that, all I do is take my Gimme Brow. If you want, you can even take just a clear gel, but I use the Gimme Brow, and then just comb through the brows, the front part of the brow, and take it over just a little bit. And then after you're done with that, you feel like your brows need a little more color towards the beginning, I take whatever is left on my brush and just brush it through the front parts of the brow. And then when you're done, this is it, concealer. You just line your brows. And again, you don't even have to do this part if you don't want to. It's just because I like mine really sharp. That's just me. But if you don't feel like you need them this sharp, don't do it. You can skip this part. Or if you want to just do it at the bottom, just to kind of clean up underneath, you don't have to go up top, you can do that. So super easy. And also, I wish I had prices and everything, the exact prices, so I'm just gonna kind of ballpark prices here. But the Anastasia, the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder, I want to say this is $21 to $22, which is a really good price because I think I've had this for years. I can't name how many, but I've had it for years, so it lasts forever. And then the Gimme Brow, I believe, is now $24, and this also lasts a really long time too because it's your brows. Your brow isn't a big part of your face, you don't have to use a lot. So $24, $22, and then brushes like this, like I said, you can get at Walgreens, Walmart, probably like $5 to $10. So super easy. Those three things, and I'm sure you already have concealer or some type of foundation. You can even use foundation just to clean up the lines. So these three things is all I use to get this brow look. Also, I do just want to mention that, you know, brows are not twins, they're sisters. So they're not going to look exactly alike all the time. Sometimes I manage to get them pretty close, you know, but it's just how long do you want to spend on your brows. For me personally, I do like to spend a little extra time on my brows. Again, even when I don't have my brows done, they're sisters. They don't look the same, you know? They look similar, but not the same. You can tell we're sisters, right? But we're not twins. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't feel like you have to spend forever on them, getting them exactly the same, perfect, because nobody's are perfect. They're just not. So anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video I had for you today. I hope you guys learned something. If you have any other questions, just comment down below. Let me know. I will answer those questions for you. If there's anything else that you guys would like to see, let me know. I would like to put out videos that you guys want to see, so it's up to you guys. I've got some ideas, I've got some stuff coming, but I also want to give you guys what you would like to see. So if you have any other suggestions, let me know. Leave that down in the comments below. And then if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, like it, so I know. It just helps me to know that you guys are enjoying my videos or enjoying what I'm putting out. So yeah, and then also if you'd like to subscribe, go for it. That's all I have for you, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do.